back to the channel. So today's video is going to be a contest entry, something I don't think I've done before, but this is the contest entry for fellow YouTuber Todd Walnuts. He's a guy who does a lot of Blu-ray DVD pickups, and I've watched his channel for a long time now. He's got a great collection of the slasher movies. He's got a great Arrow video collection, so I thought I'd give it a go. I saw on his channel yesterday that he's got this, like I said, contest for 1,000 subscribers. So Todd, if you're watching, congratulations, well deserved. 1,000 subscribers is a huge milestone, so good job. So he set out some questions to answer. It's 10 questions. So I've had a quick think and I put some answers down to his questions. Good questions actually, a bit different to the normal questions you're asked, etc. So enough of me blabbering on, I'm going to start. So the first question Todd asked was, if your house was on fire and your family and friends and pets and everything was safe, what would you run back in to save? Now I'd run back in with a bag and save loads of stuff, but you specifically said one thing. So my one thing, if I was to run back in my house to save for my collection, is the Arrow Video Scarlet box for Hellraiser. This is Hellraiser 1 and 3. Fantastic movies. I love the Hellraiser franchise, and this edition is great. It's out of print in the UK. I've seen that Arrow's announced a US release forthcoming, but I absolutely adore this. So if I lost this, I'd be gutted. And also this year I met Doug Bradley, who plays Pinhead, and you can see there that mine's actually signed and personalised for myself. So a little bit special and a little bit extra, and that's probably why today anyway this will be my first thing I'll grab if my house was on fire. Right, second question was, if you're stuck on a desert island for 1 year, what 3 films would you take with you? And I thought about this and I thought, I'll take my top 3 favourite films, but I thought, well, I'm stuck on the island for a year, so I'm going to come off, so I'm going to get to watch these films again in a year's time. So I thought, what should I take with me? And I suffer from boredom, as in I'll get bored very easily. So I want something to distract me and keep me occupied. So I'm going to go with the 3 films I'm going to take is the trilogy, and that is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the extended versions. Reasoning behind this, I love this as a trilogy. I love the Lord of the Rings films. Very nostalgic growing up, loved them. Fellowship is probably my favourite, but the extended version. So I'm going to get a ton of hours worth of watching on these. So that's kind of my idea as well. Great films, but also a lot of film to watch. So it'll certainly keep my time occupied if I'm stuck on that desert island for a year. So that's my 3 films I'll take with me. Next up is a cool question, which is a bit different. What's your current CD playing in my car? Now I do still listen to CDs, and to be honest, I don't download much music. I'm pretty old school like that. And currently in my car right now is the Blade Runner soundtrack. I'll prove it. Look, it's empty. So it's the Blade Runner soundtrack by Vangelis. Absolutely phenomenal soundtrack. I'll probably say this is the best movie soundtrack out there. It's an absolute perfect sci-fi film, and one of the main reasons, or one of the contributors to this being a masterpiece in sci-fi movie making and movie storytelling is the soundtrack. They work hand in hand. The cinematography from Ridley Scott and the soundtrack by Vangelis is perfect. So that's what I'm listening to currently in my car. Right, next up is, what movie is currently in my Blu-ray player? If I can find it. I did have it somewhere. The case, that is. Yeah, so this is a current movie. I actually watched this last night, first time ever, never seen it, and that's Black Rain by Ridley Scott. Great movie from 1989, starring Michael Douglas and a very young looking Andy Garcia. So yeah, never seen this before, still in my player right now, and watched it last night. I think it's fantastic. I tell you, if Alien and Blade Runner had a love child, it's this movie. But yeah, great film. And that's what I'm currently watching, or currently watched in my player. So yeah, Black Rain. Next up is a shout out. So he's asking this question, I think it's number 5 by the looks of it, is a shout out or recommend a YouTube channel. So I'm going to go with a guy who I've watched for quite a few months now. I've just really got into his channel, and I stumbled on it by pure mistake. And it is Grumpy Andrew's Horror House. If you've watched any of my other videos, you've probably heard me talk about him a couple of times before. But he's a great guy. Does great videos. He does a lot of movie reviews, theme months, themed events like World Cups. And this month is Poe-vember, so all movies of Edgar Allan Poe. So some great reviews. He's just done The Pitch and The Pendulum starring Vincent Price. It's a great review. So Grumpy Andrew's Horror House. I'll leave his subscription, or his address, blah blah blah, his channel below. Go check him out. Cool guy. The next question was first YouTube channel I actually subbed to, and that was actually Spider Geek. I've been chatting with Spider Geek before I even set up a YouTube channel, and I think before I even come back, I can't remember now, but via like Twitter. And he was actually one of the reasons I started my channel. Is we're sharing collections, pictures of collections, and he said, "You've got a good collection, you should put it on YouTube." So he was my first channel, and I've been subbed ever since, and he's one of the main reasons I'm here today. So yeah, Spider Geek. Next is a question was, who would you like to meet? Famous person, dead or alive? So I've gone for someone dead, unfortunately, and that is Bruce Lee. He's a phenomenal martial artist and great movie star, taken from us far too early. I grew up watching martial art movies with my dad, and he is, I think of Bruce Lee, look at Bruce Lee, and it's such a nostalgia for me. I love his films, and I would have loved to have seen what he could have done in more films. But if I could meet him, I don't know what I'd say to him. I'd probably shake his hand, give him a hug, and just start blabbering on, talking about his films, talking about what he means to me, etc, etc. So yeah, Bruce Lee. I'd love to meet the guy. Alright, next question was, right, it's a two-parter. What do you an underrated movie? So I have to talk about a film I believe is underrated and a movie which I believe is overrated. So I'll start with the first one, an underrated movie. And I mean, the only reason I say it's underrated because I think it's fantastic, but I don't really hear anyone talk about it. But that's The Gift. Sam Raimi's The Gift, starring Cate Blanchett. And it also stars Giovanni Ribisi, Keanu Reeves, Kate Holmes, Greg Kinnear, and Hilary Swank. Fantastic film. I absolutely adore it. I remember going and seeing this pictures, and it was dead. I went on my birthday with my brother, and it was absolutely dead in the cinema. And I really went for Kate Holmes because I had a thing for it back in the day. But yeah, I think it's a great film, and yeah, I think it's underrated. People don't talk about it, or if people have ever had a conversation about it, are thinking, oh yeah, it's shit, it's the one where Kate Holmes got her boobs out. And I was like, it's a bit more to it than that. And I think Sam Raimi's direction in this was fantastic. So yeah, underrated movie is The Gift. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And overrated is, let me find it, Iron Man 3. I absolutely detest, I hate the Mandarin twist if you want, or the whole Ben Kingsley character. I think it's boring. I think I adore Iron Man, and Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, but in this he annoys me. I just really don't enjoy this film. I own it. I actually own it twice, stupidly. Yeah, I just think it's overrated. I mean, Shane Black's a good writer, good director. You know, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, great stuff. But on this, for me anyway, I know a lot of people enjoy this movie and think it's very entertaining, and it earned a ton at the box office. But to me, I just think it's crap. Sorry. So yeah, that's my overrated film. Right. Question 9 was, in my collection, I got to show some favourite artworks. So my favourite artwork of a release in my collection. That's what I believe the question was. So I've gone for 2 here. I could have grabbed loads, to be honest, because I love, one of the things I love about movie releases is artwork, especially alternative artwork. I've got quite a lot of films on display. I'm looking over there because that's where my shelving is. Quite a lot of films on display showing the artwork. a lot of retro movies as well. I like the air gun effect posters, and especially old retro slasher posters and action posters. But anyway, the two I grabbed, because I could have grabbed loads here, but the two I'm going to go for is, number one is the Big Trouble in Little China Arrow video steelbook. I think that artwork is absolutely phenomenal, with good old Kurt Russell, Jack Burton on the front. But yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. And I know this steelbook is now sold out and goes for quite a little penny, but regardless of the cost and whatever the steelbook, it's all about the artwork. That's probably one of the reasons why it is now so sought after, is because of the artwork. But I think that's an absolutely stellar release from Arrow, and the artwork is fantastic. Now I'm going to show another one as well for my artworks, and this is I think it's a Kimchi release, limited 500 copies. Not a great film. I enjoy it personally, and I really get a lot of enjoyment and fun out of it. But this release, when I saw the artwork, I saw it for sale, I absolutely jumped all over it, and that is Red Sonja. I absolutely love that artwork. Bridget Nielsen and Schwarzenegger on the front. But yeah, I don't know if you can see there, I'm kind of bringing it in a bit close, sorry about the glare. But yeah, Red Sonja, I absolutely adore that artwork. Yeah, so that's the two I'm going to submit for the artwork. Question number 9 that was, and question number 10 is a question for you, Todd, if you're watching. I hope you are. And that is, I'm going to go with probably maybe something a bit obvious and simple, but what inspired you, or whom inspired you to start your YouTube channel? So yeah, I'll be interested to see hear your response, if you do respond. That'd be great. So anyway, that's my entry video into Todd E. Walnuts 1000 subscriber contest. If you've not checked his channel out, I'll leave the subscription, the routing all below. Go check him out. He's a cool guy and does some cool videos. So yeah, that was it. I hope to see you all again soon. Take it easy. Peace.